Hello, everybody. This is Chris Butler with Rusty Barn. We are so excited to announce that we are going back to live shows. Upcoming May 20th through the 22nd, we will be live in Boise, Idaho at Expo, Idaho, which is the fairgrounds. And then following that, look at my calendar, June 17th through 19th, we will be in Oklahoma City. And that is at the Oklahoma City Fairgrounds in Oklahoma. Anyway, we are so excited to be coming back live to you. In the meantime, please keep supporting Wild Wednesday Live. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the mall.
Hi, we'd like to welcome you to Wild Wednesday Live. I just have a couple of reminders for any of you that are new watching. All the vendors that we're bringing to you live are working through their house or their studio or whatnot, and sometimes we do have a little bit of internet trouble. So if we do have a glitch, we will try to get that fixed as quickly as possible, or we'll ask that vendor to come on. We'll reschedule it. So we're doing the best we can. Just bear with us. We've got lots of fun demos and things to show you today. My favorite one might be the chocolate, but not that that's a demo, but I love chocolate. But we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm also very excited that we're going to be starting live shows. I cannot wait to get back and see all of you in person. But today we're just going to turn it right over to YAZZII with YAZZII bags. Everybody loves her bags. Hi there. How are you, YAZZII?
Very well, thank you. It's very early in the morning out here. It's 7 a.m. in Australia, in Melbourne, and I'm glad I was able to present and have this opportunity to share with you some of our products today. And I do have a little presentation, so I'm going to run through what I need to say and let you see the rest of it.
Perfect.
Firstly, the gift that we've offered for this program is our CA10, which is our petite organizer, and this is the bag with your little pockets in here. You can keep all your notions, etc. So and you can also embellish this bag in whatever way you choose to. So there's lots of fun ideas around this particular product. It was one of my early ones in 2001, and it's still a favorite. And what I decided today is I want to tell you about the coupon code, which is WWYAZ4. So it's WWYAZ4. And that coupon will give you access to 3 of the products we're presenting today, where you will get a free freight on each one of those, as well as a 2-piece craft pouch set. So if you're looking on the website, it's CA420. You will get that as a complimentary gift alongside that product. And again, it's free freight to you. These are my little double-decker bags, because originally when we created these and I designed them, all the crafters said, but we'd like a little bit extra space, and we all do generally, but this gives you a little more options, and they've been so popular over the years, and I think it just is a question of whether for an extra $10 or $15 you're getting almost a double size capacity. Some people prefer just a smaller bag, but this will give you a very good idea. Now, I'm quite excited to let you have a look at them, and we will be here at the end to answer any questions that you might have. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy our presentation. Thank you for your time, and we'll start our bag presentation of 3 of my most popular bags, and these are the double-decker bags. Hi, this is YAZZII from YAZZII Craft Bags. This product that I'm going to demonstrate today is our CA16, which is our double deluxe organizer, and the dimensions are 24 by 24 by 17 centimeters, and it's 9.5 by 9.5 by 6.7 inches. This bag came up in my range of products when people asked for a little larger bag holding all the pockets and giving them some extra room at the top to be able to put their larger notions. If they have got threads, if they've got anything they need to put fabrics out here, this really worked for them. So this particular pocket, I just added here to have a good view around it. In here, you can put a little 8-inch hoop, I think a 6-inch hoop in here. I've added some elasticated gussets in here so you can maybe insert a ruler and everything stays more compact. And sometimes I've also had people come in and say, can I have your 3-piece pouches? Because they might like to keep their little products in here. And that way you've got lots of room on the top section. And
Yes,
that becomes
we're not seeing the video.
Larger notions, that section.
The video is not playing.
Level of this bag, again, I've given you a viewable pocket, quickly accessible. And then on this section, I've got the...
Yes, Nita?
Yes.
Can you hear me? The video is not playing. It's just you.
Oh, hang on, we'll try it again.
Okay, try it again. I know. We weren't meant to be technical people. We're designers and quilters, and there we go. Perfect.
Hi, this is YAZZII from YAZZII Craft Bags. This product that I'm going to demonstrate today is our CA16, which is our double deluxe organizer, and the dimensions are 24 by 24 by 17 centimeters, and it's 9.5 by 9.5 by 6.7 inches. This bag came up in my range of products when people asked for a little larger bag holding all the pockets and giving them some extra room at the top to be able to put their larger notions. If they have got threads, if they've got anything they need to put fabrics out here, this really worked for them. So this particular pocket, I just added here to have a good view around it. In here, you can put a little 8-inch hoop, I think a 6-inch hoop in here. I've added some elasticated gussets in here so you can maybe insert a ruler and everything stays more compact. And sometimes I've also had people come in and say, can I have your 3-piece pouches? Because they might like to keep their little products in here. And that way you've got lots of room on the top section. And that becomes a bag that you're going to use for your larger notions, that section. When you open the second level of this bag, again, I've given you a viewable pocket, quickly accessible. And then on this section, I've got the horizontal pocket, and you've got these a little divided. Now, what I will take this opportunity to tell you is that should you ever feel that you don't need these little pockets, you are welcome to just unpick the center strip here. It's just a piping. If you do that carefully, you'll end up with the 2 horizontal pockets to put larger items. I had to, in my design phases, offer you all the opportunities you needed to give you many options and change the configuration so that you have, there are people out there who do want little pockets. So it's just an opportunity. You are welcome to remove them if it doesn't work for you. So this is the exact same pocket on the second section. In here, I've got 2 vertical pockets. Again, if you want the full pocket, you just unpick the center piece and you'll be fine. And this fits larger notions lengthwise. In here, I've got a crochet hook. You can put some rotary cutters in here. There's a lot of opportunities, and again, they're quite flexible in the way you can use it. The last section, I've left it as a larger pocket overall. That might give you some room to put your fabrics in here, and maybe some larger tools, maybe a little pattern book in here, whatever you need to. So when this is the 4 sleeves that I've offered, and at the base again, you've got a quilted, beautifully cushioned pocket in here, a little zipper, so that's your little secret stash pocket. You might want to keep a scissors that might be sharp. You might keep something, your personal cash, or anything private, and you want to keep that safely in your bag when you're out at sewing classes. That's the area to use. So when you look at this bag, it's got the base in here. You've got the full pocket, the 2 vertical. You've got the 2 horizontal. 2 horizontal, you've got the extra pocket in here. When that's all over done, you've got a perfect bag. It actually replaces your sewing box perfectly. You'll be surprised how much this bag holds when you're done. And this, I know people come to me and say it's a perfect embroidery project bag. I'm not saying it's not used for quilting and other crafts, but in the 20 years, I have to go by the fact that they tell me this was 16 years ago I introduced this bag, and anyone who uses it tells me that they don't buy any other bag. They buy 5 and 6 of them because they know every pocket, they know the configurations, and they like using it for their embroidery projects. I hope you enjoy this product. If that's what you like, this is a perfect bag for you. It's the CA16, the Double Deluxe Organizer. Petite Double Organizer, and the code for it, the style number is CA220. This came up about 15 years ago when I introduced a smaller version, a single version of this bag. Crafters said they'd like some extra room on the top of the bag just to keep their fabrics and their smaller projects. So it's like an all-in-one bag. So I designed this bag. I built it on the base. In this bag, I'm going to show it to you from the bottom. So this is the petite bag that you might already own and know about for many years. Again, I've got the little zipper at the back, at the bottom, at the base, where you can keep your smaller items. They all are full pockets. There's no division because it's small enough. And then you've got this on the inside cover of the base of the bag. So when you've placed all your smaller items in there, you can zip that up. And what I did on top is I gave you this larger area to keep your fat quarters. Maybe if you're doing some English paper piecing, whatever you need to do, you can keep your hexes in here. Beaders love this bag because they might keep their little tools on top as well as their beads and other smaller items in here. On the top, I decided to put a fabric quilted pocket in here, so you might want to use it as a little pin cushion, and inside you've got a little pocket in here to maybe throw in a little hoop or anything else that that will work in there and it'll fit in there. So this bag actually works where you've got the double layer of the bag. It's just based on my single bag that I've had for 20 years. This is a Double Deluxe Petite Organizer, and you will find it'll work for your smaller projects. It becomes your little friend, your best friend when you're taking it to your classes for smaller projects. If you're taking it to work and you want to sit during your lunch hours and stuff and do some finer projects. If you're on the plane, you might want to work through some of your projects. These work fabulously. And this is also a very popular bag if someone's traveling and they want to carry a bit of their jewelry and makeup. I know I keep the top section with some of my larger makeup, and at the bottom I have my bracelets, my earrings, my necklaces, and it is a lightweight bag. All your pockets are viewable. Everything is so easily accessible, and the beauty is that it is lightweight and very easy to use. CA610, and that is the Deluxe Craft Storage Organizer. The dimensions are 16 by 31 by 15 centimeters, and it's 6.25 by 12.2 by 6 inches. I designed this many, many years ago. I would say about 14 years ago, when I was looking to create something to hold your jewelry, particularly. I'm not a sewer, and I definitely thought there was a gap in the market for the perfect jewelry storage idea, and that's when I designed this bag. If you look at this particular pin out here, this can hold your rings, so we just put our rings through here. And what I did, I created 8 pockets, smaller ones for your earrings, anything your fine jewelry, anything you need in here. And that seemed to work for me. But today it's become such a popular craft storage bag. And so you've got 8 little pockets in here, and we've given you a horizontal pocket under there. And the idea is I use every area of the bag to be able to present to you so you can maximize your usage and really enjoy full functionality. Where there's a space, YAZZII will definitely give you a pocket, and that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So we do maximize, try and provide a lot of functionality as we're going, and as you can see, this is a top handle for you to hold the bag. Now I'm going to unzip the lower section of this bag to show you the full pockets, the sizes, and for you to visualize what I've been able to get in the bag. So this is your horizontal pocket, that's a full pocket, and in this bag I've given you 4 full pockets. That should allow you to put your larger items in here. The reason I didn't divide them is because you did have plenty of them on the top section. This gives you more opportunity. This little bracelet bar, this was actually meant to be for your watches and bracelets, but most people here use it for as a pin cushion. So that works fabulously. You can remove it if that's what you don't want. You can put your threads and stuff in here. You can also now put this back and keep your pin cushion in here. So again, you've got 4 full pockets in here. You've got the little pin cushion. You've got the second horizontal pocket here, and then you've got the top section the way I showed it to you. So there's many pockets, a lot of versatility in this bag. I've seen people tell me they're the best sewing machine foot storage bag. A lot of beaders and jewelry makers worldwide would tell me, my word, this is amazing for anyone doing jewelry. They have their little beads and their little notions in here, and it just works for them. So this is the CA610, and we do offer them in 7 colors.
Thank you, Yasmita. That was great. You're gonna stay till the end because I do have a couple of questions for you already. Even though the ladies know they're not supposed to put questions until the end, they're typing them in. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. All right, so I just want to remind you, we are coming to you live, so sometimes there's technical issues, so just bear with us. And I want to also remind you that if you ever miss one of these, or if you're having trouble viewing it, it is on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube so you know exactly what's going on in our world. We do have a bunch of shows coming up soon, and a lot of fun things. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, because I'm kind of one of those who lives by the seat of my pants as it's happening. But I hear that we're going to be coming live to you from the shows from Boise in a couple of weeks. And so we might be doing some spot interviews or something with other vendors. So I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to kind of just wing it and have a great time. So be sure to join us, even though we're going to be at the shows. And if you ever have a hard time seeing the video, log out and log back in. That might help you. All right, we're going to just go right on to Linda with Kruusn Quilts. Are you there, Linda?
I'm here. Hi.
How are you?
It's so awesome when people can say our name right. Kruusn.
Oh, well,
that's right.
Hopefully I didn't butcher it. All right.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Good. So I'm so excited
right over to you.
Here.
Perfect. Go ahead.
I'm so excited to be here. This is my first time on Wild Wednesday Live. And my name is Linda. Kruusy, and I own Kruusn Quilt Designs in the beautiful town of Coos Bay, Oregon. We're on the Oregon coast. We actually have a bay view from the top floor of our store. And weren't those bags from YAZZII great? I love those. But I'm going to show you a bag that you can make. And I got super excited about this because my background is in garment construction. And so zippers are super easy for me. I just, when people say, oh, I can't do a zipper, I'm like, yeah, you can. Well, when I found these new Zippity Doo Done zippers from June Taylor, I was like, this is for my customers. You do not need a zipper foot. So I'm sure you all know what these are. All of you quilters out there who dread these zipper foots, you don't need this to put this zipper in. This is the zipper solution for you. And what I'm going to show you today is a kit that will make 2 bags. So a large and a small. And they're calling these cosmetic bags, but they could be for anything. They could be for your sewing things. You could make them in kid fabrics and have them for pencils and pens for the kids to go to school. So each kit comes with the pre-printed batting, and that's kind of glary, and then 2 zippers. So you're going to get enough in a kit to make 2 bags. But I want to demo that for you today and let you see how easy this is. And you're going to be able to do a zipper in with this product from June Taylor called Zippity Doo Done. All right, so I'm going to switch over to my camera that is on my sewing machine. All right, there we go. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take our pre-printed batting that comes in our kit, and we are going to cut it out with about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch around it, and we're going to put it on our lining fabric. So I've already done that, and I've stitched as the pattern says. And this is super important. I thought, oh, when I first did my first one, I did not stitch closely here. I just kind of willy-nilly it around and stitched it. But it is really important to stitch just shy of that printed line all the way around. And so the first thing that we're going to do, and it's kind of reminiscent of paper piecing. We are going to take our pre-cut fabric. So these are fabrics that we've cut out according to the pattern. And I've actually laid all these out and decided their order. So this is number 10 because I'm not starting with number 1. So the smallest number on this one is 10. And I'm just going to lay this little guy down here. And the fabric that I'm working with today is called Garden Nose. And then I'm going to lay my second fabric right on top of that. And then I'm going to stitch a scant 1/4 inch right there. Now, if the machine I am using, what's that?
Is your microphone covered up? It's a little bit muffled.
You know what? I think it's because it's I'm not facing my computer. I'm facing away from it.
Okay, so we're just going to do our best to listen while we watch you.
All right. So okay. So it's just a stitch and flip. I'll try and sew towards my computer. Anyway, technical difficulties. And then this is similar to paper piecing. We're just going to lay this down here like this. I guess I should use my normal microphone. Now, I do like to use this little roll and press by Clover and just press that down. We don't want to take it to our iron just yet. And then we're going to continue on with all of our pieces here. So I'm going to sew one more here. And then the machine, I want to also let you know that the machine I'm using is a Baby Lock Quilters Choice Professional. This machine has a feature called pin feed. And that allows me to bypass using a walking foot. So if you're using a standard sewing machine, you're going to want to use a walking foot to do this bag because you've got layers here and you don't want them to move. So a walking foot is going to help you out, although not necessarily has to happen. All right, so moving on our next one, you can see, so I've got all of our pieces here, and then we just would have one last piece to stitch on here. I'm not going to show that to you just because you kind of get the idea. And what we really are looking for is our zippers and how we're going to do our zippers. But after we're going to stitch this on and put this back, then we're going to stitch all around and cut out our fabric. And so here is a piece that I have completely trimmed and cut out, and it's ready for the zipper. Now, my thread came unthreaded. Isn't that how it always works? To do it, so I already stitched this one zipper on here. And what you can see here is on this zipper, and black is probably not the best one to pick, but this is a zipper here. And on it, it has this, it's like bias tape already sewn on there that you're just going to stick your project in. So now I've already stitched this down. Now, if I wanted, I could put a decorative stitch on here, but I am not going to do that. I am going to just do this with the black. And after I show you how I do this, I'm going to show you a piece that I did do some decorative stitches. So now I've opened this up. I guess black would have not been my first. I shouldn't have made black my first choice. But I thought the black looked so cute with this Nomi fabric. Now, one thing you're going to notice is I need to line this up. And so I really need to line up my pieces there. And I don't want to pin them because if I pin it, it's going to distort it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a clover clip and just clip it right there. And I'm going to go to my other end and just stick that in there, just like that. And already I see an issue. Look how far off I am over here. So let's go back over here and line this baby up here. I'm a very visual person, and normally, there we go. That looks really good. So I'm going to clip this with my clover clip just to keep it in place. I don't want to pin because if I pin, I'm going to distort this. And then I'm going to pin on this other side. My sister is coming to help me try and get the computer a little bit closer so you can hear me talk. All right, so now we are going to just sew right here, right along this edge, real close to this edge. And you notice I don't have a zipper foot on. I could have a much wider foot on here, it would not matter. And if you were not using a machine like this, which is the Baby Lock Quilter's Choice, which has the pin feed in it, you would want to use a walking foot because we do have a lot of layers here. We have 2 layers of fabric, a layer of batting, plus our tape that is already pre-sewn onto our zipper. And I don't need to back tack at this point because I am going to stitch over this. So now my zipper is in here. How cool is that? I've just inserted a zipper without a zipper foot. Here's the backing, the lining part, so you can see what that looks like. And now my last step is just to fold this in half, sew my side seams, my bottom seam, and then box my corners. And you will end up with, let me switch my camera back to me, because I see I'm getting a little bit short on time and I have a few other things I want to show you. All right, so hopefully the audio is better. This is a good thing to know. So once you're done, you're going to get 2 bags like this and put a little scissor pull on it, and you have just put your zipper in. So what we have, our deal for you today is you can get 20% off everything on our website with worldwide, worldwide, how about Wednesday Live 20? And on top of that, for the next 24 hours or whatever the hour thingy is, we're going to give you $5 shipping on anything you order on our website. Normally our shipping is $7.95, but for Wild Wednesday Live, we are going to do $5 shipping. And then, of course, if you order more than $99 on our website, you will get free shipping. So Wild Wednesday Live, 20% off anything in our store. That includes clearance items, and everything that I've shown you today, I have on a link on our homepage where you can just click on that link and you can see all of the June Taylor Zippity Doo Done zipper solutions. So the zippers come in you can just get the zipper if you want to do something on your own and not want to purchase a kit for the cosmetic bag slash notion bag, because I think of them as a notion bag, not a cosmetic bag. But they have the zippers, we have lunch totes, we have this cool we have a whole bunch of cool camouflage totes that come as a complete kit with the fabric. And you can see on this one, I did decorative stitching on the zipper tape. So hopefully my daughter's not watching because she's going to get this for her birthday at the end of the month, on when her birthday is, because she's a huge hunter. But we have all this on our website, and we've put it all under the Wild Wednesday Live right on the homepage, right up at the very top. So you can go straight there and see everything that I've shown you today. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this demo on Zippity Doo Done Zipper by June Taylor, the easy zipper solution. I don't want you to be afraid of a zipper. If you're ever in the Coos Bay Oregon area, make sure you stop by our store. We do have a retreat center above our store, so if it's ever been your dream to sleep in a quilt store, you can come and sleep upstairs, and the quilt store would have 24 access to you. So that's all I have today, and back to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Stick around because we do have several questions for you at the end.
All right.
All right. I just want to remind you that if you want to order from any of these vendors, you can go to, it'll be, there you go, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, Quilt Craft Sew Mall, and there's going to be a special icon you can click on to see the vendors' discounts that are today. And they're good until tomorrow at midnight. Oh, I'm looking, Mary Lou's so excited, sleeping in the store. That's quite an offer there. And they'd never leave. I know. You girls are diehards. Anyhow, I do have a code word for today, but I want to remind you, don't put in the code word unless you would really like to win the prizes. We do have, for the prizes today, YAZZII has her petite craft bag. Kruusn is a $25 gift certificate. Terri Sue has an assortment of goodies. And then Raylene, has a grab bag of notions. So lots of fun stuff. So make sure that you check back to see if you're a winner, because Raylene is not going to forever track you guys down. And I know a lot of times you guys put your put the word in, but then you don't come back in a couple of hours and check the website, the Facebook page. So Raylene always posts it in a few hours who the winners are. So be sure to check back and see if you're a winner, because technically you're only a winner until midnight, I think, on Friday. Might be midnight on Thursday. But check back. If you want to win, check back. So we've got the code word for today is bobbins. Bobbins. I know this is when all the comments go crazy. Cindy says she loves the notion she won from Raylene last time. All right, so I am going to just turn it right over to Terri Sue. She is one of my favorite vendors. I hate when she is not at a show, because her food is basically what keeps us alive. That's what sustains us at the shows. Hey Terri, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be here today.
Me too. I wish you were closer, like in person, so I could actually have some.
June. We'll see each other in June. Yep.
Soon enough. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. We are getting ready for it's Mother's Day week. So unfortunately, I sent out my last Mother's Day orders yesterday. It's a little late. If you find that you really want to order something for Mother's Day and you don't mind paying for expedited shipping, give me a message or call and we'll see what we can do. But it is not too late to order things for Father's Day coming up. Lots of graduations, teachers appreciation, get well, or just to restock your craft rooms with your treats that you like to snack on while you're crafting. I've got helpers today that are here with my camera, and my good old trusty Cheryl is hiding in the back, but she's busy at work putting things together. We have put out some assortments of ideas of some things that we're doing. At the quilt shows, my cookies are always a hit. They grab cookies to run into Beth's classes or Raylene's classes or any classes going on because they want to snack while they're learning from the pros. We have our brittles. I have the peanut brittle and the mixed nut brittle. We haven't made that in a while, but we have freshly made brittle all ready for Father's Day and gifts, whatever. A lot of you are very familiar with all of our products, but we've got the caramels. We've got probably 12 to 15 different varieties of caramel at any time of the year. Our standards are regular plain vanilla and our sea salt caramel. But then I have my ladies that like the nuts, and we do a pistachio caramel. And the pistachios are lightly salted, so that I like that flavor together. We also do a pecan caramel. The pecans are really buttery in the caramel, and macadamia caramel. So that's a favorite for some as well. Excuse me. We've got our marshmallows. A lot of people like to give marshmallow pops for all sorts of things. We do. This is a graduation one that's really cute. We do different things for weddings. If I have a wedding order, I customize the label that says congratulations to the bride and groom with the date. Or sometimes I have brides that like to send me little pre-printed cards, and we're happy to tie those on marshmallows or our caramel apples. I just have a couple chocolate caramel apples to show you today. But our website has all different choices. You can pretty much customize your apple the way that you want it. We make our caramel from scratch. A lot of candy companies just melt down a big block of caramel. It's the honest truth. We measure our butter, our sugar, our cream, everything that goes into our caramel, and stir on the stove for at least a half an hour in cooking our caramel. And unfortunately, all of us that work for Terri Sue's Toffee, we all have scars to prove it. The caramel is very hot, and it doesn't wash off quickly if you can get some on you. But we live and learn. Our newest product that we have on the website is our turtles, and we're doing turtles with pecans, and we're also doing turtles with almonds, or here in Northern California, we say almond, we drop the L, but that's a fun conversation for another time. Anyway, on my website, I have the large caramels that one of my candy stores, she prefers the great big giant turtles. And I also have, this is a 2-pack, a small 2-pack. So that's kind of how it looks. And I will actually demonstrate over here. We have some caramel, some turtles, like the big ones. And you can cut them up and share them with a friend or for a party. Or you can just snack on it yourself. But they have lots of nuts in them and our handmade caramel, and then a real high quality chocolate. We do milk chocolate and dark chocolate in most of our products. Let's see. Tell me what you want to see too. I have different baskets out. We can put baskets together for gifts. We can do theme baskets for special colors, or I have one client in particular that she orders business gifts, and we put together a gift for her, and I can locally deliver baskets. It's easier to put together one of our gift boxes, and I can actually mail this through the mail, and I can put anything on it you want. In the weather, a lot of you live in the Arizona and warmer areas. We're going to be 95 degrees today in Chico, California. And I will put in an ice pack in the bottom of our boxes, whether I do it in one of these shipping boxes or the post office priority mail boxes. We align it with bubble wrap, put in shred, and whether you use one of these boxes or I just mail it in the post office box, I always try and pack it so if it's being sent as a gift, it is a happy little box to open. We are also more than happy to include a note card. We handwrite note cards for people, whether it be get well, congratulations, happy birthday, any message you want. You stink, I don't care. It's whatever message that you want. But I have a little box on my website that you can give me the messages that you want. If you want a specific ribbon color, or I have lots and lots of different bags that we use for our toffee, like my toffee bags here. Our toffee, the toffee itself is all the same. It all has the blanched almonds in it. But then we top it with either milk chocolate or dark chocolate, your choice. And then we have 3 different nuts we use. We top it with roasted walnuts, almonds, or salted pistachio. So those are our 6 different kinds, milk and dark, and 3 different nuts that we use. On our website, you can also check out our fudge. Our fudge is a smooth, creamy fudge. And we do like the plain chocolate. We do chocolate pecan, Rocky Road with marshmallows and roasted walnuts. We have a peanut butter chocolate fudge and a dark chocolate walnut fudge. And we're working on some new products. Like I told you, we have our new turtles available, but we're also working on making, I keep getting requests for toffee without nuts or toffee without chocolate. And we can do that as well. We don't have them on our website quite yet, but if that's something that you need or want, let me know. What else? We have, this box is all dolled up here. This is kind of what we would use, or this is what we would use if you ordered, say, a dozen cookies. So we have some smaller boxes too, but a lot of times people want to just order a bunch of cookies, or we can mix and match things and do a custom gift. I wish I knew what questions people had, but I think I've used up my time, and you can ask me any questions, and I'm going to sign off and let Raylene have the rest of the the time because I know she has lots to share.
Perfect. I will ask you the questions at the end, so don't go far. Yeah. Okay.
One last thing. This is my code. Love LUVTST for 20% off our website now until tomorrow night at midnight.
Perfect. Perfect.
And I will tell you, we have a flat rate shipping of $10 just to cover the cost. And like I said, if the weather's warm, either here when it's leaving or where it's going, I add a free ice pack.
Perfect. Sounds good. I can attest from personal experience that no matter what they buy from you, they will not be disappointed.
Thank you. You're one of my best customers, Beth.
It's my favorite. I might have a sweet tooth. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so next we have Raylene, and you might as well just bring Raylene on right now, and then we can both tell what is exciting, what's going to be happening very soon. I have a little note here to mention that they can come to our booth in Boise. So do you want to give us some information about that? Because I'm so excited. I don't even know what I'm excited for.
Ron came up with this as something fun that we could do because we are hoping that we get to actually meet some of our Wild Wednesday people face to face when we get out to the shows. So in Boise, if you come up to my booth and to Beth's booth, that's 2 different stops, and you walk up and say to us, I get wild with you on Wednesday, we're going to have a special gift for you, and it's going to be different at both booths. So you want to be sure you check both booths out. Now, the one thing I'm going to ask, if you get to our booth and we're swamped busy with customers, maybe just loop back around a little bit later in the day, just so, because we want to make sure that we get a minute to say hi to you. So again, you're just going to come up to our booth and say, I get wild with you on Wednesdays, and we're going to have a prize for you.
Perfect. Sounds great. Okay, I'm going to turn it right over to you.
Okay, hi guys. I'm so glad to be back. We've had such a good response whenever I've shared different notions, because as a lot of us know, there's so many things that we see at the different shows, it gets a little bit overwhelming, or at least we think it does as we remember going to shows. But a lot of times you even end up purchasing items maybe that you don't really know why you got them. And or maybe you've seen these items and you just kind of walk past them because to you, you look at it and you think, well, I don't really need that, until someone shows it to you a little more in depth. So what I've been doing on these Notions demos is just picking different items that I never get time to demo at the shows and sharing those with you. So the first thing I do want to see, let me see if I can get this in front of the camera. Oh, I'm doing pretty good there. All the Notions that I demo for you today are going to be 20% off, and you don't need a special code. As long as you go to the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, click on Wild Wednesday, and then click on my store link, that's going to take you to where you need to go to see all the Notions I'm showing, and then it's going to automatically take the 20% off. And don't worry if when you place an order, it looks like it didn't happen. I'm going to double check everyone to make sure that you get that. And I have to say also, before I get going, I hope Terri Sue's still listening, because I've been weak in the knees ever since she said new turtles. So I just want to throw that out there. So anyway, the first notion I'm going to share with you today, I'm actually wearing around my neck, and Ron's going to tip the camera down now a little bit. This is actually a favorite item of mine. And this is, and we're getting it down so you won't see all that glare. Hang on, there we go. This is our pendant lighted magnifier. And it comes on a lanyard that I'm wearing here around my neck, and it has a light. And once that light is on, and I hope you can kind of get an idea, of course, I'm going all backwards here, but it gives you a very bright light, but it's also an awesome magnifier. I have one of these in my sewing bag, but I also have one in the bathroom because I do use it so much, because it's a great magnifier and a great light. And again, on a lanyard, those are $11.99. All right, the next item I want to share with you, it's actually 2 items that come from the same company that I really love and I use a lot. And some of you may have seen me showing these at the shows before. The first one is the tulips. Now, the tulip is a little rubber clip, and you clip it around your bobbin so your bobbin thread doesn't unravel. I love these little things. And when you buy the package, it comes in a package of 12. It comes with a chain, and you can actually thread your tulips through that chain. So I love this if you're going to a class, because you can wind several bobbins, put those bobbins on the chain, throw this in your sewing basket, and you don't have to worry about your bobbins coming unwound. So I love the little tulips. Again, they come 12 in a package for $8.99. Or you can just, if you're just going to a couple quick classes, or perhaps you're traveling and you're going to do some hand sewing, and instead of taking a whole spool of thread, you just fill up a bobbin, clip your tulip on it, and throw that in your little small sewing kit. Also from that company are the peels. Now, the peels have actually become one of my all-time favorite items. Also 12 in a package for $8.99. Now, when you buy a spool of thread, I have been told that somewhere on the end of this spool, there's a notch that I'm supposed to be able to see and put the tail of my thread through so it doesn't unravel. Well, if you're like me, even with your bifocals, you're blind as a bat. There's no way I'm going to spend 20 minutes looking for that stupid little notch on the thread. So what would happen is I would have the ends of my thread just strewn all over the place. Well, the peels solve that problem for me quick and easy, because all you do, just wind the tail of your thread around the spool, and then you just slap the peel on it, and it's going to keep it from unwinding. Whether you're using the larger spools, like this is a Gutermann, or even not the giant cones, but the smaller cones, as long as it will wrap at least halfway around, it's going to keep them from unwinding. Your bigger spools and you notice this spool, I picked it on purpose because there's not a whole lot of thread left on it, but it will just wrap around itself if need be to stay nice and tight. Again, I love these. And when they first came out, I'm like, they were a little bit more expensive actually when they first came out. I think they were about $12 or $13 for a dozen. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need these so bad. But then I started doing the math, and it's like, I have like 200 spools of thread, because at the time I was doing some sewing commercially, and I'm like, it is going to cost me a small fortune to put these on all my spools. Well, I thought, okay, I'm going to start with 2 packages. Well, it didn't take very long for me to realize that, yes, although we have a lot of thread, it's not all necessarily open. I actually only used about 1.5 packages. So I think the average person, 1 package is probably going to do you just fine. Again, 12 pieces for $8.99. Okay, the next item, these are awesome. If you are doing a lot of work where you've got your fingers real close to your iron, I have 2 different brands of the thermal finger guards or finger protectors, both the Dritz and the Gypsy Quilter. The difference being Gypsy Quilters are purple and Dritz are blue. But the way they're made to be used is you put one on your thumb like if you're ironing with your right hand, you want to put these on your left hand, put one on your index finger. And then these are heat resistant. So as you're holding and you're ironing those little pieces, you don't have to worry about burning your fingers. They come 3 in a pack so that you have different sizes. Now, another tip about these that I want to tell you what I use these for. Since I was a young child, especially in the wintertime, my fingers crack on either side of my nails. And sometimes it's so bad and so painful that they just throb. And, they have the product out there, Working Hands. That has been a godsend for me. But if they get really bad, even if I put that on and I come back out here in the shop and I'm packing stuff up and I'm handling all that paper, they will not heal. But what I do now, whenever I have a crack on a finger, I put these on the finger that's cracked. Just leave it on all day. It doesn't get all dry. It gets a little bit of moisture that it holds in there so it stays soft. It doesn't crack and it heals so much faster. So there's my cracked finger tip for those of you that suffer like I do with that. So again, I have both of these on that special website, either purple or blue. There is a little bit of difference in price depending on the brand, mostly because the Gypsy Quilter I can buy and package myself, so I can sell them a little bit cheaper than the prepackaged. All right, another great item that you may not have known how bad you need it are bodkins. Whenever you need to thread ribbon or elastic or a drawstring through your hoodie or your backpack, or maybe you're running something through a casing for your sewing. The old-fashioned way was we would just pin a big safety pin on the end and then try to run it through. Well, with the bodkins, they do that for you. This is my favorite little set. There's 2 in the pack for $4.50, and there's 2 different styles. First of all, there's this one that all you do, there's a loop in the end, you just stick your ribbon or drawstring through it, and you just have to pull it through enough that when you start running it through, it's not going to slip out. My favorite, though, of the 2 that are in the package, this one has a little bead on it, and it might be hard to see on camera. But basically what you're going to do is you just, like I have a piece of ribbon, I'm going to put the end in, clamp it together. It's got little teeth. And then there's a little round thing that I slide down that's going to tighten it. So now I can feed through that casing quick and easy. So again, the little 2-pack set, this is my favorite one. But a new item that just came out actually during this last year that I love, because sometimes you're going to be threading something through something really long and you need a longer stick. Clover came out with the, what's the official name? Clip and Glide bodkin. And basically, you pop up this little end piece. It opens these little jaws. You slide the end of your ribbon in. Whoops. And then close it. It's going to hold it tight. But see, you've got a much longer piece to thread through that casing. So I love this too. You know, so many of our notions, there's not a one size fits all. You need a couple of different styles of things for what you're working on. But the Clover one is $6.25. And again, these are not expensive items, but they're going to make your life so much easier. Kind of back to when we're using the sewing machine, another really good product. And these are called the thermal finger guards. These are actually made for people who have nails. And I hope that you are not able to see my nails close up because they are a disaster from all the packing getting ready for Boise. But when you slide this on your finger, it has an opening so that if you have longer nails, it will slide through. But then you still have that protection. Let me get it on the right finger here. You would have that protection with that silicone piece so that you don't burn your fingers with the iron when you're having to get close. And, you know, all these thermal guards are not just for sorry, I'm all tongue-tied. They're not just great with the iron, but also with your hot glue guns. So the finger guards come 3 in a package. There's actually, I believe we have 6 different colors on the website, $7.49. And one thing I do want to mention about this particular product, this company is dissolving. The owner emailed me about a week and a half ago to let me know that he and his partner were parting ways and they were going to shut down. He knows how much I love these, so he offered for me to be able to buy a bunch of them before they go under. So I did that, and I'm actually going to place a second order for quite a few of them. So I will have them for a while, but I do want you to know if you are already somebody that loves this product, you might want to go ahead and grab a couple extra packages because they will be going away. Okay, we're almost done here. Got a couple more items. These are actually kind of all one item here. You know, I have several different bent edge tweezers, and people ask me, why do I need a bent end tweezer? Well, if you're not familiar with them, the difference is, and I don't know how, there we go. I think you can see it right there. They're flattened on the bottom. So, you know, I actually kind of made a mess here on purpose so that I could show you why they're good. And believe me, I did not have any trouble making a sewing mistake on purpose because I do them so often. So not on purpose usually. But you know, when you're having to pull out a little piece of a thread and you just can't get a hold of it, when you use the bent end tweezers, because you've got that flat bottom, it gets right up against your fabric, so that you can grab a hold of even those little teeny tiny pieces and give them a yank. So that's why in quilting we love those flat end or bent end tweezers. So I have 4 different styles that I carry regularly, and they're all pretty much the same. I'm actually using the small, shorter Bowen ones. They actually are red now. These are my old ones, and they changed the colors a couple of years ago. But I do also have these great ones from Tooltron that actually have, and I'm going to turn that light on, it actually has a light right where you're tweezing, and it has the long bent end. So those are all on the website as well, and all part of today's special. Okay, almost done here. I also love these little scissors that Handy Quilter puts out. And one of the reasons I love these little guys, the end is curved. Whoops. The end is curved. So also sometimes when you kind of need to get under a rounded edge, you don't have to worry about snipping your fabric, because if you have them laid down, the ends are curling up. I love these little guys. They're very affordable, $6.95. And the last thing I want to share today, a lot of you guys remember this product right here, this little blue box, Thread Heaven. Thread Heaven was one of the best products that I ever sold. And I'm telling you, over the years, I sold thousands and thousands of this particular item. It was one of my favorite items to demo in my classes at the shows. And for those of you that haven't had any for a while, maybe you're probably, got a little tear in your eye right now being reminded how amazing this thread conditioner was, because it kept your thread from twisting and tangling and breaking. And it's a wonderful product. However, a couple of years ago, the company who made it had a series of very unfortunate things happen with illness, etc. And they ended up needing to close the doors quickly, so they weren't able to sell it to someone else. But after an exhaustive search, trying to find something that was as good as Thread Heaven, we did switch to Thread Magic. Now, Thread Magic has been out for a couple of years. What they did a little different is the conditioner is just as good. It's wonderful thread conditioner, but they put it in a container that has slits on the side. And I know you can't really see it inside of here, but it has little slits on the side. So when you would put your thread down in it and run it through, it was much easier, because when we did our little Thread Heaven box, you had to push it down with your thumb. Now, recently, as a matter of fact, this is the first order of it I have gotten in, because it's a brand new release. They have done another type of a package. It's in kind of a cube, but it has an attached lid, but it also has a thread cutter on the bottom of the box. And I know you can't really see that in the camera, but it makes it really handy, because anytime you're doing any kind of hand sewing, you're going to want your Thread Magic to keep your threads from twisting and tangling. And you don't have to worry. This product will not stain your threads or your fabrics or anything. So the round, which is their original, is $9.49. And then the new cube is $11.99. And again, both of those are on our 20% off sale. So again, all of the items I showed you today are going to be 20% off through tomorrow night at midnight. You don't need a code. You're just going to go to the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, click on Wild Wednesday, and then click on My Store. And again, I always remind everybody, don't worry if you put the order in and you didn't think you got the discount. I'm going to make sure you get the discount, because I'll be watching for that. And just to kind of reiterate what Beth already mentioned, if you are entering the contest today, I usually have the winners posted about an hour after the show ends. You're just going to come right back here to the Quilt Craft Sew Facebook page and look for the post with the big, bright, colorful word that says winner, and it'll tell you what to do if you find your name there. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to get this back to Beth. So that's it, Beth. Take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to remind everybody that we have weekly specials on the website in the Quilt Craft Sew Mall. So check those out. They change every week. So you want to check them out before Friday. And then also, let's see, what else do we have going on? If you ever miss a show or anything, check out Facebook or YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. And on Facebook, you'll get a notification. Follow us and you'll get a notification when we go live. We might be going live at different times when we are on the road, because we're going to be in our booths selling stuff. Hopefully lots of stuff to all of you who come to visit us in Boise. Super excited about Boise. That's going to be our first show. It's kind of crazy. We have, at least at my shop, we have stolen all of our show equipment to use in the shop over the last year. So trying to get everything wrangled back up for the show is going to be interesting. But I'm sure we'll do fabulous. So don't forget to join us in Boise, May 20th through the 22nd. And I guess we can just go right on over to all the vendors. All right. So now's your time, ladies or gentlemen. If you have any questions that you want to ask any of the vendors from today, just type it in real quick. I saw Terri, so you answered one of those questions. So perfect. And who's got an echo there? Any of the vendors from today, just type it in real quick. I know here was one. Yasmita, where do you have your bags made? That's your turn your volume on. You're muted.
Just said that to me. There you go. Okay. Now, we have been manufactured in India for the last 20 years. They are beautifully crafted on a treadle machine. Unfortunately, at this stage, with what's going on in India, I have very few staff left that are capable of doing this. So I am a bit concerned as what's transpiring in India and what's going to happen next. But there's nothing we can do. We've moved about 3 to 4 shipments into the US already, and one's finally on its way. So I think we'll be okay for the next 6 months of stock. I've done a lot of extra ordering, but it is India, not China. And we are absolutely pleased with our decision 20 years ago to manufacture out there.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And Raylene, where are you located? Can you please tell us your address and everything so we can stalk you?
Did you need the last 4 digits of my social and my mother's maiden name?
Maybe.
If you drive to the middle of nowhere and turn right, you will find us in Fort Mojave, Arizona, which is right where California and Arizona meet. We're about 15 minutes from Needles, California, and 15 minutes from Laughlin, Nevada at the Colorado River.
Perfect. Okay, and Terri Sue, do you have gluten-free or sugar-free goodies? I don't know what that noise is.
Yeah, someone's echoing.
Does somebody have 2 devices on? Okay, and Terri Sue, do you have gluten-free or sugar-free goodies?
Okay. I do not. I don't either. I do not. I do not. I'm sorry. I do not have any sugar-free, but I do have gluten-free. My candy is not certified gluten-free, but there is no gluten in my toffee or caramels, apples. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like a robot.
It's so hard to focus and concentrate on what you're saying with that noise. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, Beth Ron's trying to figure it out now.
I think Terri Sue was the culprit.
It was Terri.
Whoa, Terri, you're in trouble. So I'm going to answer it for her. She does not have sugar-free, but she does have gluten-free, right, Terri?
Yeah, Ron's going to mute her until she needs to talk.
Right, Terri, you don't have sugar-free, but you do have gluten-free.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And the discount code for Kruusn Quilt Designs was WWL20 for 20% off her website. Okay. All right.
Wild Wednesday Live 20.
Perfect. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have for any of these ladies before we call it a day, and so we can all get back to creating? I think you guys did such a good job explaining everything and demoing everything that
So Beth, I think there was somebody who was asking if the zippers came in the kits for the bags, and yes, you get the pre-printed batting to make 2 bags and 2 zippers in the kits.
Perfect, but not the fabric.
Not the fabric.
Okay. And then how long are the zippers?
The zippers are, I don't know, in the kits, they're like 11 and 14 inch. And then the zippers by themselves are 18 inch. So you can just buy the zippers outside of the kit, and those are all 18 inch.
Perfect. And then Yasmita, how can they order? You have a website, don't you?
It's www.YAZZII.com. There's
Perfect.
2 Z's and 2 I's.com.
Perfect.
And everything is dispatched from Paducah, Kentucky. We've got a huge facility there that's dispatching all orders.
Perfect. And all of the vendors, you can find their websites through the Quilt Craft Sew Mall. There's going to be a little icon on the right for Wild Wednesday Live. And if you click on that, that's going to take you to all the vendors that you've seen today. Okay, there was another question. For Linda, what fabric did you use in your demo today? And do you have any of that available for sale still?
I do. That was Garden Nomies, and it is available on our website. I have the full line. It's either Garden Nomies by Henry Glass. So you can find that on our website, the whole line. And I think somebody mentioned something about the one quilt behind me. This one is Hanging with My Nomies by Blank. So we have lots of Nomi fabric because we're gnome fans here because they're a good luck charm.
Perfect. I have a few customers that think they're scary, but I personally love them.
I love the new gnomes. The old gnomes, yeah, but the new gnome styles, I love them.
Right. Okay, I think that's it for the question. Oh, can Terri Sue come live with my family? Oh, Terri Sue, we all wish Terri Sue could come live with us. All right, so that's all we have for the questions. But we want to remind you to join us every Wednesday. If you ever miss a live, you can go to YouTube and watch it. You can watch it on Facebook. If you're having any kind of problems ordering with and visit. Wait, what did you say, Terri? If you ever have problems ordering from any of the vendors, you can always give them a call. They all have websites. Give them a call. So first, try the quiltcraftsewmall.com because that's the easiest way to just get right into them. But if you're having problems or if you don't think that you got the discount or whatever, the vendors are perfectly happy to answer your questions or help you. So we will see you next Wednesday at 2:00. Have a great week. Do something creative. Bye. Bye.